I've just spent about 1,000 dinar on snacks, drinks, and food. And so I'm gonna go downstairs and do a bit of a review about this food. So, snacks a bit like this in total came to at least under 800 dinar, but that's mainly because I bought like meat, bread, and dairy. So I reckon all of this thing combined here would probably be maybe at least 600 to 800, you know. Good evening everybody, Joe Metalhead here. Now as you probably noticed in the last few weeks, I'm not in London anymore. I'm in Belgrade, Serbia. And I'm going to be here until the lockdown in England ends. It's taken me 5 long years to return to Serbia. And when I see a lot of these products in the shop, it reminds me of really good memories. Now, one thing I'm going to say, I really got to apologize for the bad lighting, because there's only like one light here. I mean, there's only one whole light in the whole kitchen. I literally should not be filming this at night, but I don't really care because I've got other things to do. Now, when you come to Serbia, you're gonna enjoy a lot of snacks that will cost you like under $1. Now, one American dollar is like 100 Serbian Dinar, sometimes like that, or 110, depending on the currency. My currency, the pound sterling, buys 130 dinar. So let's get down to business. All right, alcoholic drinks. My favorite Serbian drink of all time is Yellen. Like, I mean, you pronounce the J as a Y, Yellen. Like, they call it yellow, and it's got a deer on the front. Now, Yellen, apart from being like a lager beer, they also have it in shandy versions, which I really enjoy because they've got like grapefruit and lemon and this really like wildflower plant. So, crack open the tinny. Call it back in my country of birth. I don't really like history. Or let's crack open a can, as you say in England. Yeah. Normally I'm not really a lager drinker, so that's why I always tend to stick with shandy. So anyway, when you come to Serbia, you can't get wrong with Yellen. Now, if you were not an alcohol drinker, like depending on your faith and beliefs, you may want to enjoy some of this drink. It's called Gazirana. It's like mineral water. It's green bottle, red like label. You can't like miss it. And the interesting thing was they've even got it in Braille right down the bottom for those people who are visually impaired, which is a nice thing. Because like I've noticed for medication is always printed in Braille sometimes. So this, you know, like the color of the water, it's not green, okay, it's just basically a colored bottle. Whoops. Oh. Luckily, my landlady got me some more tea towels today. Cheers, zivale. How do you say it in Serbian? Now that is really good sparkling water. Normally it'd be best if you buy you can buy like a little bottle. I mean, this one cost me at least 50 to 60 dinar in all the kiosks in Belgrade or if you're going to Serbia. Now let's just say you like a cup of coffee on the go, you'd like it cold. We have flirt. This is sold to like Macedonia, Serbia, yeah, because basically it's got like Macedonian, Cyrillic, and Serbian, like Latin. Really, this is a cappuccino flavor, like a strong level of 3 out of 5. Now, iced coffee is really a good popular drink all over the Balkans, even Greece and Cyprus. When I went to Cyprus a couple of years ago, I couldn't stop buying those cans of iced coffee, and in Greece, you know, just couldn't stop having like frappes. Yeah, so this is cappuccino. Just gonna take a sip of this. And it's a smooth flavour, really milky. Got like pretty much just see it as a cappuccino milkshake. Another brand I could have bought today is actually Cafe. I saw it in Belgrade, in Bulgaria a couple of years ago, and every time I come to the Balkans I always tend to run to a can of it. And then for people who like yogurt, yogurta, like this company, Imlek. Yeah, so this is strawberry flavoured, and I say it in Serbian is bogato komedo sima vodka. I can't stop drinking this. I have like one of these a day. Just my sugar intake, but it's yogurt, it's dairy, it's good for you. As long as you're not like lactose intolerant or a vegan. And the nice part about it, it's got bits of actual fruit. Like it actually tastes like really cut up, chopped up strawberry in this. Okay, so I make these on display as usual. Now on the bus today from Nice to Belgrade, before I got on, I bought these peanuts flavour, they call it chipsy. They're sold all over Serbia and I reckon in other Balkan nations, or former Yugoslav nations. These, like, basically you may think they're peanuts, but when you open the packet, I think it smells like peanuts. Actually, it smells strongly like peanut butter or salted nuts, but what you actually got here is kind of like reminds you of Twisties back in Australia and Malta, but they're kind of like peanut flavoured cheese puffs, or like just puffed crisps, not grains and wipes. Like that, like I already had it back today. Now let's get on to some sweet stuff. Now, Nutella. Nutella is really overrated. You can buy it anywhere, but they got this really nice thing. I think it's actually like Slovenian, but it's Balkanized. It's sold in Serbia. It's called Takova Jelajem Yurakum. So you probably can't see this on camera because of the darkness, but it's actually got like a combination of white and dark hazelnut chocolate. So with the big end of the bread, because if you really want cheap bread in Serbia, you got to buy like this type. Like don't buy the square ones. Those the square ones a bit overpriced. This, like a loaf of bread is like 50 dinar. It's not even $1 or a pound. And you simply this is what we back with like kids. Back in Australia and the United Kingdom, sometimes you go to school with a packet of Nutella and you just basically eat it with a spoon. But this one, I'm just going to get spread it. You've got a good combination of the white and the dark hazelnut, and give it a good spread over there. Over the top. But you got to remember, hazelnuts are really high in fat, so just watch what you eat. Take it in moderation, like. I'm not going to like have any more of that like today. I'm just going to save it for tomorrow's breakfast. Anyone enjoys right now. I need some yellow to wash this bread down. It's like licking the chocolate off the bread, rather than the bread itself. You mix it together, it's a really good combination. It's like, it's not black and white, it's like brown. Not like equal amount of jokes aside, much tastier and sweeter than Nutella. Now, for another snack that I've seen a lot in the last few weeks, it's called plasma mini. So when you look at that, you kind of think like all these things, well, they're like the size of dog biscuits. And especially they are. They're like these mini, like, you know, biscuits. Like, this kind of reminds you like tea biscuits, like same ingredients, same texture, same color. Plain old, but like you really need tea or coffee to go with this. Not cold coffee, but just hot coffee. Or I say Serbian coffee that's for grind, it's like the Turkish. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, and most favorite snacks I've ever had in Serbia, chocolate bars. Two types, they're called bananika. So there's, what is this like? This one's chocolate and banana, and this one is white, like a brown chocolate banana. So the red ones, I'd say it smells really like dark chocolate, looks really dark. Just break it open, you got the colour banana. As a kid in Australia, we used to have like candy flavoured bananas, like just like in a similar shape, not covered in chocolate. But this is really like soft marshmallow. You won't break your teeth. You won't like do like fillings. I'm gonna get a little bit of sugar rush after this. And just for now, I'll try like a little bit about this one, see if it makes a difference. Cleanse the palate with beer. Yeah, it's got like a darker like colour than the other one. Save this all for tomorrow. Okay, then for those people who are not really into chocolate bars, it's really nice, like it's like a muesli bar to me, called Corny Big. The name's quite funny and all. Yeah, so it's just a bar of nuts, mainly like hazelnuts. Yeah, pretty slow high sugar, so it's like small garlic. And you open it up. And it totally just smells like the muesli bars you had when you were a child, like the flapjacks. And like it's got all the chopped ingredients. And this is something I would literally have for breakfast. Like it. Plus a bit of a walnut. So then, for those people like biscuits, they have a version of like Oreo, but it's not really Oreo, it's actually called Toto. So Steve Lukather, if you're watching, your band's been around for longer than this company maybe, so maybe there's a lawsuit on hand, or maybe you probably have one of these biscuits for you at Belgrade. It's simply like, someone will have a T, also I have an O, so trying to see if I can actually twist. Oh yeah, and it really is like twisted was definitely like Oreos, like same look, just different coloured lighting, like much lighter than Oreos. Cream is really like, it's like vanilla bean, like the vanilla flavour of these Toto biscuits. Toto, much cheaper than Oreos. Okay, now we're going to get on to like hard-boiled lollies, or candy, or sweet, whatever you want to call them. Bonbon to menthol. If you ever have like a sore throat, these are, my mum would always like give me this stuff when I was a child. But like, you know, it depends, like cough drops, kind of helps clear your throat up. Green in colour, really strong mint flavoured. Just keep it after this aside and continue. So yeah, like, unfortunately they're not really individually wrapped, but basically, yeah, you would literally like put this in your handbag or your bag, and it's like have one throughout the day, clear your throat. But it doesn't really come with it's not like a throat lozenge like a student's. And then we go to the last 4 products. So this is sweet coca-doodle with coconut flavour. Definitely sold through Serbia and Montenegro, despite the I always keep complaining that like product labeling in Serbia is very Latin instead of Cyrillic, but either way, Latin Cyrillic doesn't really matter. Coconut flavoured. Probably not gonna like this, but I suppose it's coconut. So literally, it's covered in chocolate. Yeah, so this is basically a Serbian version of a bounty. Like, you've got bounties in, you know, Kingdom and Australia, multi-share you have them in America, Canada. But it's much harder context. Then we've got like this one called Zaza. Creme dessert, prevalent with cacao. I think it's like filled with like chocolate. So yet again, it's covered in chocolate, but on the inside, it's like a wafer. It's like a wafer covered in chocolate with the smell of cacao, and really like strong, like really a nutty smell. Down the last 2, K-I-D-I, Kitty. This, I think this is like another chocolate bar. Yeah, but the thing is, it's got like a milk flavour, like a milk chocolate or milk inside. Pulling up. Yeah, it's really like really vanilla-y, marshmallowy. It's kind of like reminds me of these sweets back in Australia. Well, actually, just biscuits. Where basically you had a biscuit top and then you had a marshmallow, then carved in chocolate. That's what kind of reminds me of. And then last but not least, sweet kikirix. It's really, the label looks like it's full of nuts and like caramel and a biscuit base. And honest to God, I really do have a sugar rush right now, which is not really good when I try to like avoid putting on weight. But I'll just basically put all this stuff in the fridge and forget about it. I'll not find like candy bar or for another couple of days. Yeah, really nutty, really hard like biscuit base. Yeah, and it's kind of like really hard Mars bar, but just with like more nuts, more and like hard biscuit. Yeah, Mars bar's soft. So there we go. So that completes all of my food products of like taste the table, like the snack products, sweet products, and drinks. I like what I do like. I definitely like yellow and mineral water that go together, and definitely this yogurt. I'm also really good with like the Narnia bars, and also corny bars. But like in the last few bars I tried, because it was like new to me, and like sweet cocoa, kitty, sweet jerk. They're more just like sugar rush biscuits. All I'm having. And like Zacco, yeah. And Toto, I'd say, yeah, it's better than Oreo. I mean, it's Serbia's version of Oreo, but I mean, according to Serbia, Toto is better than Oreo. Not really big into the peanut flavored, like, puff. I can't even figure a name like how you can describe these things. I mean, they're not like chips, but basically like you get together. It's like puff grains or something like that. I mean, literally, if you really want peanuts, you just buy a bag of peanuts and shell them yourself. So anyway, I'm just going to do like one close up of all these products so you can like have a good look clearly at them. So this is what I've been reviewing today. Toto biscuits, all these chocolate bars. This is a muesli bar, Manful Sweets, Yellow Beer, Kajaz Milos mineral water, Your Good yogurt, Flirt iced cappuccino, Plasma biscuits, Eurocream spread, and Chipsy peanut chips.